If you are not sleeping well at night, this video is for you. I personally have had struggles with sleep in the last couple of weeks, and I know I'm not the only one who is experiencing this challenge. I recently created a post on Instagram addressing this, and I want to just share a few recommendations I have for you. See if any of these resonate for you. Take one that speaks to you directly and apply it and see what happens for you. So tip number one that I have is I'll be using the list as well here and referencing it. But tip number one I have is release any self-judgment you have about what's currently happening or not happening during the night for you. So maybe you are falling asleep and then waking up in the middle of the night. Maybe you can't even fall asleep and you're just kind of tossing and turning. When we are also adding the thinking judgments or like just energetic judgments towards yourself, we're just making the condition even worse for ourselves. So see, just do your best to let go of judgment and see if you can instead replace it with compassion. Tip number two that I have is if you're not doing this already, start listening to soothing sounds. So maybe having just music playing in the background that feels good to your nervous system, settling to your nervous system. Maybe sounds of the ocean, that's one of my favorites. Maybe it's crackling of the fire in the background. Maybe it's the sound of the creek or a river. And see if you can just kind of sink into the rhythm of those sounds. So there is kind of this connection that gets created, energetic connection that gets created between your nervous system and the music or the frequencies that you are listening to. Tip number three, if you notice that your body is tense, for example, I notice when I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm clenching my jaw and I have some tension in my shoulders. And so I start to get curious and I ask myself, what emotion am I holding here? What is the resistance that is preventing me from connecting to the energy that wants to move through me? Okay, so it could be particular emotion, maybe fear, maybe anger, maybe shame, frustration, whatever the emotion is, see if you can let that emotion move through you. You can breathe into that part of the body. You can even add some gentle movement while you're still laying in bed, or you can sit up if you want to, and see if you can let the energy move through you rather than resisting it. Another tip that I have for you, what I do at times is I ask my guides, my spirit guides, my angels to let me know if they're waking me up in the middle of the night because they want me to receive a particular message or an energetic transmission. They want to give me an energetic transmission. So if that's the case, just clarify that with your guides and angels and allow yourself to be open and receptive to the messages or the transmission that you are meant to be receiving in that moment. Another tip I have for you, sometimes I know I'm kind of tossing and turning because my energy is recalibrating. So if you have been doing a lot of inner work, if you had a major shift happening in your life, or you're going through a period of expansion, your energy will be recalibrating. So it makes it a bit challenging for the nervous system to just kind of switch off and for the brain to go into REM state. So just recognize that's part of the journey. And it's normal. It's okay for you to experience that. And lastly, we are moving through a lot collectively, so you don't have to hear this from me. You probably already know this. Just different sources of information are constantly bombarding us with new information news. And so if you are a sensitive being, you will be picking up on some of that energy. You can definitely create this protection around you in the form of a bubble of, light. You can spend time with nature, and I'll create a different video about how you can also practice self-care while being in nature and really allowing the nature to support you. But for now, just remember that is okay that you are feeling this way. And there are ways of protecting your energy also so that you're not so influenced by what is going on in the world. It's not a matter of switching off and disconnecting. It's more about choosing how you connect, when you connect, and also in the process, taking care of yourself if you happen to really be sort of immersed into, when you turn on the TV, for example, maybe you hear something that's very shocking or unexpected, then you know how to also integrate and create space for yourself so that you can move through that experience in a conscious way. All right, let me know how you're doing. Let me know how this is landing for you. Leave a comment if you wish. Ask a question if you have any questions. Subscribe to this video if you haven't already. And I hope to connect to you at a later time. Bye for now.